What a game, man. What a game. What a game. What a game, man. What a game, Bear Nation. What a game. I got nothing to say, man. I got nothing to say, man. Just what a game, man. What a game. This is why we play the games, man. I got nothing, man. We almost won at the end, man. Caleb Williams, you had the fourth down right there to run it in for the first down. I don't understand why would you throw the ball right there, bro. We had 2 timeouts, like 25 seconds left, man. We got greedy at the end, and we didn't have to get greedy at the end, man. Absolutely. What's good, nephew, man? I'm chilling, man. Just what a game, bro. I'm gonna turn my music down. I don't know if y'all can hear me, man. It's just a crazy game, man. I can just do this. Yo, what up, man? What a game, man. What a game. Let me turn my TV down. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, I'm back, y'all. What's up? I'm in here by myself flying solo right now, y'all. Yeah. Thank you for Honey for pulling up to the stream and reposting. I appreciate that, man. What a game. We got Jason saying we'll see him in 2 weeks. That game is on our safety. Jalen Johnson lost some respect for me for not stepping into the team, stepping on that team tackle on Jacobs. Yeah, man, the defense, man, before we get into it, bro. Dennis Allen was really laying eggs today, man. Dennis Allen does not call his best game today. We got destroyed on third down a couple times on some blitzes, bro. Jaquan Brisker. I don't know how many times did Jaquan Brisker get scored on tonight. I think he got scored on 3 times tonight, man. I know at least 2 touchdowns were scored on him, man. It's just disgusting, man. We started too late to me. Like the way we played, we didn't have no sense of urgency until damn near the second half. We made some adjustments. Ben Johnson made some adjustments. Ben Johnson let Caleb throw the ball more. But the way we played in the second half, we should have been playing that way in the first half. The one thing I continue to see and I continue to say is that Ben Johnson, he tends to not unleash Caleb until he absolutely has to. And for me personally, man, I'm tired of seeing Caleb Williams be what we can see him be in the second half. I think that's a lot of Caleb Williams. Some of it's Caleb, but I think some of it's Ben Johnson playing conservative when he shouldn't be playing conservative, man. And I think it bit us in the ass today. I think we were too greedy on defense by Dennis Allen. I think Dennis Allen was a little bit too greedy on defense today early and it got us burnt. And I think that we were too conservative on offense early and it got us burnt. We had to climb our way back up to the game. For the rest of the game, we had to play comeback football. So I'm putting a lot of this blame on the head coach. You know, if we're gonna blame somebody, I think we should give Ben Johnson a lot of the blame. That's just me personally. I just think he deserves some blame, man. The way that he called this game today, early CJ, I didn't like his game calling. I didn't like what he was doing. If we can see that type of Caleb Williams, CJ, and I know you got some thoughts, man, about the game, but if we can see that type of Caleb Williams in the second half, we could see that type of Caleb Williams in the first half. You know what I mean? Because it seemed like a switch turned on. It was like a switch. Like a switch came on. Did you see like a switch cut on for Caleb, man? And just what's your thoughts on overall game, see?
Yeah, I agree with you, G. I think the way that Caleb played in the second half, he could have did that in the first half. But the fact that the Bears went away from the run, I think kind of cost them a little bit in that first half.
Right. Yeah, and we got some comments, man. We got Jason saying can't keep playing catch up forever. Down the list at 100 to what I was saying earlier. Early on his play calling was horrible. Yeah, Ben Johnson, his play calling wasn't urgent football. You know what I mean? Like, I think that he's a rookie head coach. I think that Caleb Williams has to prove himself. I think there's a lot of things going on. I think that he want to depend on the run game like CJ, like he's been doing week to week and has been working. But we've been saying at some point, CJ, we have to win a game because of Caleb's arm. Am I right or wrong? Like, it looked like this one might have been the game where we were going to win the game off Caleb's arm in the second half.
Yeah, I mean that's what Green Bay was trying to do, was trying to stop the run, which they did. And that's why I felt that Caleb, the way he played in the second half, he could have played that in the second quarter. But the Bears, I don't know, they just didn't do it.
Yeah, they just didn't. It was a mismanaged game. This was another winnable game. The secondary was terrible, man. This was one of the reasons why I thought we were going to win the game, was because of the secondary. I thought that they were going to step up. Jalen Johnson was going to play better. Gardner was getting torched. Jaquan Brisker, Kyler Gordon got hurt again. Sick of Kyler Gordon, man. He does not deserve this contract, man. Every week he's in and out of the lineup, bro. You are hurting this team, man. Kyler Gordon can get the fuck on, man. I'm sick of this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? The secondary is supposed to be one of our strong suits on this team. That's the reason why I picked us to win this game, was because of the secondary. And our secondary got fried today, man. Fried rice. You see what I'm saying? Fried rice with vegetables, bro. Fried rice, man. Fried rice, man. CJ, just tell me your thoughts, CJ, about CJ.
Yeah, I mean the second.
Yeah, go ahead.
The secondary looked terrible. I'm tired of seeing Jalen Johnson get beat, man. Like every down the field play, he's getting constantly beat every single time.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson. I don't think Jalen Johnson is healthy, bro. Jalen Johnson is not healthy. It's just a bunch of stuff that's not really ideal right now. But we're running out of excuses, man. We're running out of excuses, and I think, CJ, that Dennis Allen, I think he underestimated Jordan Love today. I think he underestimated Jordan Love a lot today. Because why would you play him like that, bro? You just seen what he just did to Detroit or whoever else he just played, man. The man is playing good football right now, man. Why are you letting him calling on a blitz on 3rd and 10? We're getting smoked, man. Make this shit make sense, bro. Make it make sense, man, CJ.
And Jordan loves throwing the deep ball. The Bears gotta know that. For all the years they've been playing against them, the Bears gotta know Jordan Love loves throwing the deep ball.
He loves throwing the deep ball. We got one interception off of him, man. That's a terrible. And we got Celeste in here. Shout out to my little sister Celeste, man. She reposted the stream. She's saying no. Yeah, DJ was wide open on that play, and we're gonna get to it, man. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we're gonna talk about it. And Caleb Williams continues to be the most talented quarterback I think I've ever seen in Chicago Bears uniform. Caleb Williams continues to show me that he wants to play hero fucking football. He continues to want to play hero football. You have 2 timeouts, 25 seconds, and you go for it all. Why? It's 4th and 1. You're right there at the marker, bro. You're right there. It's unnecessary, man. And I was going to say today, like he was managing the hell out of this game today, CJ. I didn't want to jinx it, So I didn't put it in any of the group chats that I'm in. So I'm just like, yo, Caleb Williams, after the first half, bro, he's managing the hell out of this game, man. He's making his throws. He's getting the ball off. He's handing the ball off. His arm looked alive. He looked like he was juiced up, throwing the ball like he's supposed to, bro. And then at the end, you revert back and you regress, bro. Caleb Williams on that last throw regress. Caleb Williams gave everybody in the national media at the end, CJ, ammunition right now, bro.
Yeah.
Right now, man. Go ahead, see.
He definitely. I mean, he definitely did. I mean, the Bears just blew the game in the fourth quarter.
It's just the things about Caleb Williams. I understand Caleb Williams is a young quarterback, and he has to take his lumps. He has to take his lumps. You know, he has to. You know, he's a go-getter. He's a gunslinger. He wants to win the game. But you have to manage the game all the way up until you have to manage the game, bro. You were supposed to manage the fucking game. If there's ever a time for Caleb Williams for you not to play hero ball, that was the perfect scenario, bro. It was the perfect scenario. You were right there at the fucking first down marker. There was no need for you to throw across your body to the left and you're right-handed in the end zone for an interception, bro. It was no need for that, man. There was absolutely no need for that, dude. Oh, my man said a press conference is on right now. I don't see it up here. Oh, he said it's on. Okay, bro, I got you right here. I got the press conference, bro. Give me 1 second, man.
At the end of the day, so open it up from there.
In the last play, what was your hope on that play call, and what was your vantage point of how it unfolded there?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn mine up, guys.
I don't know exactly who's going to pop necessarily, but between the options that we have and then Caleb using his legs, was hopeful we could find a way to get a yard there.
Chance to look at it yet?
The play?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. How do you attribute the difference in the offense between the first half and the second half, and how you guys did come to life?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a really good defense. I think at home this year they're averaging 13.5 points per game and 240 yards per game. So we knew it was going to be a big challenge. You know, you go on silent cadence against a really good pass rush group like that. They get off the ball and they pressure your quarterback, and we certainly felt that there in the first half and in the second half too. I thought Caleb was doing everything he could. He put his Superman cape on a few times to not go down, extend the play, and he found a couple big scrambles for us over the course of that game, which, you know, earlier in the season you would have said that we really had a hard time finding. But you know, I think it was Duvernay down there on their sideline. That was a huge play, and then the Cole Kmet catch down on our sideline was a huge play as well. So you know, I think we got a prideful group. You know, we weren't happy, we weren't pleased with our first half performance on offense, and sometimes just coming in and catching your breath for a second allows you to hit that reset button, and our guys responded the right way.
Ben, when you talk about the big plays that you guys gave up defensively, what kind of issues were you having in the secondary?
Yeah, that's one of those things. Again, I got to go back and I got to look at the tape. But it did seem like we were man-to-man on one of them, and their guy beat our guy. I know on another one they seemed like they had a good play design based on our coverage, you know, and that happens at times. So I got to go back and I got to look at some of those and what we could have done a little bit better.
And what's the ripple effect of not having Rome short term here, and how those reps get distributed?
Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of knew that going into the week that he may not be available, and so something that we're conscious of. The fortunate thing for us is we have weapons all over the place. Our tight end room is very strong. Our running back room is strong. We have a lot of depth in that receiver room. You know, I know Luther certainly had a little bit more on his plate here this week, and I thought he handled it pretty well from my perspective without seeing the tape yet. And so I don't think that necessarily we missed a beat, but yet Rome is such a vital part of what we do. And, you know, in a lot of ways for Caleb, you know, it's his blankie, you know, and they got such a great natural rapport that when a guy like that's out, then, you know, other guys got to step up. But yet he is a big part of what we're doing.
Do you have any kind of gut feeling coming out about how even it is between these two teams?
He was wide open, bro. DJ
I mean,
was wide
shoot,
open.
I think this division in general is very tough division. You know,
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix. Now, this whole flow is a conversation, so your words actually build your website. I'm going for a store, and after a free flowing conversation,
Oh, they bogus
it's
for this. I
detailed
gotta
site brief.
I gotta get my premium
Just
back.
like that, my first draft is
My
ready.
bad.
Now, that's dope. Next, you can really get in there and style
Oh,
it your way.
snap.
Here's the fun part. You can regenerate this whole thing over and over.
Yeah, it's doing an
You can
ad
pick some
thing right now. We got Shaw
specific
saying
workout.
Superman is not Superman when the cape is off. He just Clark fucking Kent.
Yeah, that's fire.
He said,
If there
keep
was
on your
ever a
shirt
time
coat
to
with that
speak like
stupid
a
ass
team
play
dreams,
call for
it's right
game.
now.
Yeah,
It's
man.
AI website builder.
He said they bogus as hell. Yeah, that's on me. I think I gotta pay for my premium again, bro. That's on me. Sorry, chat. That's on me.
good point. I do feel like we kind of picked it up a little bit as the game went. The first half, we weren't hitting at the same clip. We were probably more 2s and 3s than we were, you know, those 5s or 6s.
So losing Kyler before the game, what kind of setback was that for your defense and your plans there?
Well, I mean, we adjust on the fly. That's no problem. That's what we always do. And so we had a plan. DA does a great job.
I don't know,
of that.
Steve. We got
Next guys,
burnt.
we're popping
Jaquan
up.
Briscoe got burnt. I'm gonna
They
say
answer the
3 for
call,
3
and
touchdowns
we
today,
don't miss
bro.
a beat that
It was
way.
nasty, man.
You
They
know,
was
Kyler's
picking
a
on him.
really good player, and we're better when he's out on the field. So, you know, you do miss that. And when it happens in pregame like that, it also takes you down a man going into the game too. So if you know that going into the game, at least you can have someone else up on the active roster for you there to fill in and be another body, whether it's on offense or defense. So
Bullshit,
you
man.
know, it's one of those things. It's a shame that it happens like it did, and you know, we'll see the extent of it.
Ben, what was your first experience in this rivalry like, with the environment, the intensity, and what's in your mind about circling back and seeing them again in 2 weeks?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think just in terms of playing at Lambeau, you know, this is.
I don't understand, Craig. Why do we we throw a rainbow pass and that was disgusting.
That comes with playing.
That was
here,
disgusting
you know,
shit,
and
bro.
competing here.
I can't
love
even
it for our
lie.
guys. There's, you know, this is what the football gods made football to be. You know, cold weather in December like this, and you know, Green Bay, Chicago. I think that's outstanding. So I think it's awesome to have this rivalry alive and well right now, and get another chance at it here in 2 weeks.
The play that ended up with Colston scoring the touchdown in the fourth quarter, did you just walk us through kind of your vision of how that unfolded sequence?
Man, see, I can't even remember.
It looked like Theo might have been your first option in the left flank.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So we were in goal line, and yeah, you're right. Theo was going to be number one there. Was trying to go for a big guy touchdown. I was about to say fat guy touchdown, but I think he got chopped down, and so he.
It's not the
didn't get
time
out
for
of the
jokes,
route.
Ben.
So,
This
Caleb
is not the
Nice
time for jokes. Talk about
popping
fat boys,
back
man.
To
We wanna hear
Cole
this shit.
was able to find him, so it was good.
On that final pass, what's the key if Cole becomes the option there of getting the ball to him there?
Yeah, I mean it's almost identical play from what we scored against Philly the week before. So we got multiple options on that play. Caleb felt like Cole was open and we didn't hit it. So that's kind of my extent from the sideline. I gotta go back and I gotta look at it.
Then this team has shown an ability to respond all year. What's your confidence level of the sting of this loss not lingering?
We needed 1 yard, bro.
Yeah, I mean
25 seconds, man. 2
I
timeouts,
think
man.
what you just said's
This
is
disgusting
highly
play.
accurate. You know, our guys do a good job
That's
of
nasty.
taking, you know, our lumps from this. We'll learn from it. We'll make our corrections and we'll move on. You know, we go right back to work. We have a process that we believe in, and the work that we put in throughout the week is so important to giving us a chance on game day. They know that, they believe that, and that's really what we'll do when we come back in. And, you know, tomorrow we'll come in and we'll clean up the tape, and then Wednesday we're right back at it. We got another good opponent coming in Cleveland. I don't care what their record says. You know, they got a damn good defense, and so that's kind of the stretch that we're in here this back half of the season is we're it's good defense after good defense after good defense, and so we're gonna have to step up to the plate and respond the right way.
What have the last couple of games what have the last couple of games told you about just if this is a playoff team, if it feels like a playoff team?
What up, Shannon?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be a playoff team once we earn enough wins to become a playoff team. So right now we're a 9-win team, and I don't think 9 wins is going to get you in this year. So we got to do what we can to get enough wins to find a way to get in the tournament. Yep, thank you.
Yo, what up, the chat? Shout out to the chat right here, man. Hold on, let me get my music back on, bro. I was in here vibing. That was an actual good ass game, dude. That was actually a good game, but we got some comments, man. Shout out to everybody in here, man. We got Steve saying, "How do we get burnt by so many times on deep passes, bro?" You got to ask Jaquan Brisker and Dennis Allen. We got Jake saying early on this play call it was horrible. Yes, it was, bro. What up, Plank? Plank saying bear down. What's up, man? How do you get hurt pregame doing a spider? You know what? I think Kyler Gordon, Jerry Curl head ass ran out of Jerry Curl juice, bro. He need to be more focused on Jerry Curl juice and shit, man. Seriously, man. He said, we got Sean saying we need seriously pressure up front. Sweat can't do it by himself. Yeah. I mean, CJ, you saw it too. And here comes Caleb up here, y'all. Here comes Caleb.
What your eyes are seeing in your decision-making process.
Yeah, we had about 2 or 3 guys in front of, either stacking Swift or, excuse me, stacking Swift or right there with Swift. And so, rolled out and saw Cole and tried to give him a big boy ball, try and let him go up for it because I ended up seeing 25 starting to sprint. And so tried to slow him up and, kind of give him a chance in those moments. It's, got to have it moment. And they had a guy trailing me. And so didn't feel that I could go get it myself. And so just got to give Cole a better shot at it. I think, next time just extend him a little bit more and kind of lead him.
No,
in those moments
run for the 1 yard, you damn goofball.
And trust your guy or
clown. That's clown shit, Caleb. Nobody want to hear that.
Give him a better ball.
Have you had a chance to rewatch it yet?
No,
Caleb,
haven't watched it yet.
Sorry. What's the feeling in the locker room after coming so close? Is it
Yeah.
resolution? What is the general feeling?
Yeah, it's
We got Bella in there. Hey, Bella.
just because we shot ourselves in the foot. I think more than anything, and so I think that's where the frustration comes from. We got
1 yard.
We had a great shot early in the game with the interception. Defense doing a good job, and then we kind of let them get going, and they put up some points on the board, and we had to try and rally it, and it's not always going to work in our favor. We work our tail off to try and not have these situations, but when the situations do come, we gotta try and go make plays and try and come back and make the right plays to seal the win.
What's your gut?
What's your game standpoint? How are you guys able to keep in the rhythm in the second half?
Yeah.
Really going in the first half?
Yeah, I think it's mindset, and then I think it's just execution. Small details. It's something that we spoke about that they weren't necessarily confusing us or doing anything too out of the ordinary. It's a good D coordinator, and they've been a good defense throughout this year. But and kudos to them for making the plays when needed definitely at the end of the game. So. But I think it was more of us shooting ourselves in the foot and not making the plays and the small details. And like I said, that's something that we spoke about in the locker room before we came back out, is focus on the small details, doing our job, execution. And then, we're able to start getting on the same plays. And then, I think we had, a couple good plays that made
Great game. I don't even know if you being serious or not, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that kind of what I just said. It's just we needed a spark, and we end up having a spark with one of the passes, or we came out run the ball well and things like that. So I think it created a good momentum for us. And
I'm mad at it.
Like I said, we were executing the
What you mean you're not mad at it, bro? It's 4th and 1, and you got 2 timeouts left, Marcel. You play football, Marcel.
Good job,
come on, man.
Being aggressive and
come on, man. Come
trying
on,
to make a
man.
play for the team.
You're not getting the pass for that bullshit,
got in front
Marcel.
of and
Hell no.
Stacked the defender and just gave him a shot.
Defense do got to tackle. You right.
Independent of the result, what's the value of this team playing in this high leverage, high stakes, big stakes?
Period,
Yeah.
bro.
Obviously our goal is to, win every single game, and our goal is to win these games and then get to the playoffs. And so it's a playoff atmosphere.
It was, but
going versus a rival and things like that. So
you got to hold him accountable for 4th and 1 when you right there by the first down.
Find ways to
that damn
rally
near
and
nullifies
obviously
all
really
of his
focus on having a better
goodness,
outcome
bro.
and starting
You damn near
faster
wipe
and all
that
these
game
different
away.
things. But
to me.
it's definitely definitely useful for us for just in case we go on the road at some point and in the playoffs and things like that. It's something that we're going to use in the future and throughout my career. But we got to focus on this next game coming up to get to that point.
Caleb, what did you learn about the downfield passing attack in the second half, like how that was able to come alive that you think you can apply early in the game?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to small details for me. I think it comes down to footwork, getting in rhythm faster, and then small details.
The longest yard
passing game, making sure everybody is where they need to be, and communicating that properly, and just creating the right mindset, on those drives and going into the drives.
See these guys again in 13 days.
Yep.
What do you learn? What can you take from today that can help you?
Yeah, we need to start faster. I need to start faster. We need to start faster, and I think that do us well. As a team and as an offense, especially.
Chat, do y'all think Caleb had a great game?
Today, I would say.
I'm not going to respond. Y'all see this comment? Please respond to this comment. Komet gets a better ball and take it to overtime. We crazy as the rugs. Caleb had a great game. Y'all think Caleb had a great game?
Ben said he had a big guy touchdown teed up to Theo. Obviously, Theo got taken away on that play, and you had something over on the
Well, you
other side.
breaking everything.
How does that unfold for you? Obviously, going there first, and then
If Theo popped, just give him a good ball. Don't kill him with the ball, and they end up covering him down, and then just went through my other reads, and Colston ended up popping open.
You might answer this later, but how tough is that throw? Moving to your line?
Not tough at all. Just got to give him a better ball. Thinking too much.
How would you describe the emotion of Lambeau Field?
Great. Yeah. The energy. You love being in these games. You love being in these competitive games. You love being in these high stake games. You love being in away games and things like that. And
he said that man was dog shit.
Win on the road. Half the season is on the road. Playoffs, a lot of times on the road. And so just being able to
see that Marcel dog shit
and learn from them, whether it's a win or a loss, is really important.
Yeah. All right, man. We back to it, man. We got some comments, man. Y'all cooking in the comment section, man. We appreciate it. It's me and CJ in here right now. So it's cool to have C in here right now, man. It's cool to have. It's cool. Hold up, man. We got Jason saying Caleb didn't have a good game, but he had a way better second half for sure. They were sending the house too, though. Yeah. We got Jason. He got to learn to separate that Superman, do it all play from making a simple play. Yeah, that's the key. We got down the list that Caleb had a decent game for what it's worth. Not great, but some good throws were made. Yeah, he was on time. This was probably CJ one of the most decisive. My bad. Had some bad kids in here making noise, man. I'm sorry about that. Being loud. Yeah, this was the most decisive I think I've seen Caleb Williams beat. And I think that CJ and anybody in the chat can answer this. I think a part of the reason why we see what's the word I'm looking for? A inconsistent Caleb Williams. And I think that's because sometimes, CJ, it's the coach, man. I think that Ben Johnson, as a rookie head coach, sometimes he know what his bread and butter is right now. You know what I'm saying, TJ? He knows his bread and butter is his running game. You know his bread and butter is offensive line. They can move people. Cal Monunga can stick his foot in the ground. So Cal Monunga can run into a guy and break his fucking helmet like he did today. Then you got Swift being that fast running back. But I think sometimes you can get lost in developing the quarterback, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, CJ, is that you have to let the quarterback be him. Like, it's easy to get comfortable. And he always say, get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think this is one of the games, CJ, to me personally, where Caleb was not being used properly in a game where he should have been throwing the ball more. What do you think? Your mic is muted, Steve.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that because when the Bears offense was stagnant, you could have seen some simple screen plays, maybe or something, something to get Caleb going.
I'm laughing at Craig. Yeah, man, my little girl, she was getting out of control, bro. But yeah, man. We got okay. Let's get back to it, man. We got Bella saying Caleb played like dog water in the first half, and then the second half he played average to above average. Anyone saying he had a great game needs to go watch Brett Favre highlights. Yeah, that wasn't a great game at all. I don't know what Marcel's talking about. And I do agree with Marcel at this right here. A lot of his incompletes were throwaways. And I said this, man, and CJ, and the word game manager, it gets a bad rep. Caleb, I didn't want to jinx, but he was managing the hell out of this game, bro. Up until that point, he was managing the game, bro, protecting the ball, to Marcel's point, throwing the ball away, not forcing it really downfield, not turning the ball over and everything like that. So he was managing the game. And I thought that's something that he needs to do under Ben Johnson. I think any quarterback here is going to have to be a game manager the way that Ben Johnson likes to play football. So I was ready to celebrate today and say, F all of y'all who don't like game managers, bro. This was a game where Caleb Miller managed the game almost to win it till he lost it. What's your thoughts?
Steve? Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a game manager. There's nothing wrong with being a game manager. If you can manage the game good enough to get your team close to winning it, do it.
Yeah. Well, we got the OG in here, y'all. Uh-oh. We got OG Allen in here. Give me 1 second to take this graphic down, man. We got the OG stepped up in the building, man. There he is right there, ladies and gentlemen. The third wheel of the CNG podcast. OG Allen's in the building, man. We're going to give him a chance to get his stuff together. We'll take him off camera, but when you're ready, OG, let me know, man. We'll bring you back in. But we got OG Allen in here. He about to give it to us in the raw, man. We got Marcel saying, what did he say? Oh, we got Jay said it's not ever a bad thing to be a game manager. Yeah, man, that's just me. Like, I don't need 300,000 yards a game. I don't need 17,000 touchdowns a game. Motherfucker, just manage the game and win it, bro. That's it. Throw the ball away. Don't throw interceptions. Don't fumble the ball. And don't throw a fucking end zone touchdown rainbow fucking pass when it's 4 for 1 and you already ran down there for the first down with 2 timeouts and 26 seconds left. That's the part of Caleb Williams that he has to get out of his damn system. All right, we're gonna bring the OG Allen back in here, man. We're gonna bring him back in. Hold on, let me see if I can bring him in here. Oh, there you go, right there, man. Man, OG, what's up, bro?
Man, mad as hell, man. I just
we're a lighthearted podcast, man. We not one of them crazy platforms. But go ahead, man.
I'm just over what we talked about last week, yo. I told you we do not have a defensive line to sustain us in any competitive football environment. And it showed today. Jordan Love looked like Dan Marino today, which is a good quarterback, but we didn't put no pressure on him. And the run game, I'm sitting there watching Javon Dexter, 6'6", 310 pounds, love tap a running back. Love tap. Your big ass supposed to be grabbing somebody, man. Man, y'all move on, man. I'm on it. I'm over it today,
man. We gotta talk about it.
I'm over it with the defensive line. I'm over it.
But we knew, Alan, just to switch it up, we knew that the defensive line coming into the season was going to be a problem, man. But I didn't count, and you can agree with me. I did not account for the way that this fucking secondary played tonight, bro. That was something I was hanging my head on tonight, man. And I know they say that the pressure up front got to help, But Dennis Allen should have been way better, man, with some of them play calls. You know, am I right or wrong, Allen? What was your thoughts on just the secondary just getting torched, man?
Well, I would say this. With the secondary. It's no secondary in the NFL that can guard anybody for 5 seconds. Let's go ahead and put that out there. I mean, Jordan Love was getting to his third read 90% of the time. You cannot beat anybody in the NFL like that. You're not going to beat Shedeur Sanders like that next week. You give somebody 5 seconds, you're going to get to it. This is the NFL. And our defensive back, yeah, they could have probably played a better game. But a couple of those plays, I just think it was leverage. Like with Johnson giving up that touchdown to Watson, if we're going to blitz and we're going to take out the A-gap in the blitz, that means as a defensive back, I cannot allow him to get in the middle of the field. You're going to have to cut the receiver in half and make him go to the boundary. That is not the coach's fault. That's Johnson's fault. And another thing, Jaquan Brisker, I'm over him covering anybody. I'm over him playing strong safety for the Bears.
Yeah.
Because his eyes are awful.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, big dog. Just get a little bit of depth. When you see these throws, get some depth on the throws. He's thinking he can run under everything. That is not your skill set. You cannot run under throws in the NFL as a safety. Your job is to be over the top. And he cannot get over the top. So we got to fix the safety position. I think Bayard is an excellent version of what we need back there, but that strong safety, I have a major problem with that. And our defensive line, mainly the interior. If we get a quality interior defensive line, we can go places. But to me, I felt like offense, we played well enough to win that game. But defense
I think so.
They let it go. They let go of the rope today.
Yeah, and that's what I saw from early on in the game. Like, because I was saying, like, Ben Johnson got to come to a thing where he has to see Caleb win games with his arm. He got to see Caleb be consistent with his arm. He got to see Caleb stack completions. And I've been saying that for the longest time. And I think this might have been the first time I saw Caleb stack completions. I multiple times, and he almost had 20 completions, which is something that Shai was saying. He got to see his 20. So, but I think Ben Johnson got to understand when to mobilize Caleb and let Caleb just be him. Now, Alan, you can probably tell me how long that takes. Like, what did you learn from Caleb today? And I'm going to get to some comments, but what do you learn about Caleb Williams today? Because like I say, people don't like the word game manager, but to me, he was managing the hell out of that game until he wasn't. Like, it was a good game by him, man. And I just don't understand sometimes why Ben Johnson, like I said before you got in here, he knows that his bread and butter is his run game. His bread and butter is his offensive line for now. So Caleb Williams, how much is it Caleb Williams has to send to when Ben Johnson got to pretty much just trust him, or to where Caleb Williams just got to speak up for himself at some point? Just what's your thoughts on that overall dynamic, man?
Nah, you know what? Caleb Williams don't need to worry about speaking up for himself. Your game speaks for yourself.
Bingo.
I'm looking at a play with 10 seconds, with 13 seconds left in the game. I might be paraphrasing a couple seconds, but I'm sitting there thinking, we ran the same play against Philadelphia, and you scored a touchdown on that. But you were at the 25 or the 30. You had a little bit of depth on that throw at 30 yards. The safety is not going to be that close to you on the field. But when you're inside the 20, go ahead and take that pass to Swift. If not, turn into a running back for 1 yard. We got 3 plays left after that, and we could have gotten the end zone. But those are the plays that Caleb's got to get away from. That wasn't even being aggressive. You know how sometimes you be like, man, well, he being aggressive, I'm going to let him live. He was not aggressive on that play. That's not an aggressive play. That is a stupid play. And, we got to get past that. Game manager, like I heard UNC talking about, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not I would say a negative term in football.
Right.
That's a quality term, meaning that you can manage the game. You can manage your emotions on the field. Like, you can make that throw 100 times out of 100, maybe, but at the same time, what is the best play?
Right.
You got to do the best play sometimes. And that was not the best play at that time. I looked at DJ on that play. DJ was wide open as the second read because that was a flood route. Your first route is Swift. Then you got an intermediate route with DJ. Then you got Cole going to the pylon. DJ was smoking across the middle of the field.
Yep,
I'm like, why don't you hit DJ? And then you see, they cut right to DJ. DJ looked exasperated. Like, damn, just throw me the football. I'm making $21 million. I can kick. So, Taylor, 18's got to be better in no moment. But we're 9-4, and I feel like we're gonna be okay. But this is the game we had to have. This game meant so much, y'all. This was a playoff game.
Yeah.
If this is the playoffs, we going the fuck home.
Yeah. Yeah. And we got some comments too, man. We got Marcel saying, and he roasted Jalen Johnson, told us Jalen Johnson got cooked all game with them big ass shoulder pads.
Hey, look, shocker. I've been saying this all year. We don't need Jalen Johnson. We need him to go somewhere. I feel like we're good at defensive back. If going forward, $20 million for his production is criminal.
Yeah. Hold on, man. I'm gonna take this off right here. Hold on. We got some more comments. I'm trying to get this right. Hold on, man. That's funny. The long touchdown, Briscoe could have been easily picked off. Marcel said secondary was getting cooked when it was 1-on-1. Oh, it was fried bologna sandwiches out there today, man. Fried bologna sandwich with the mustard on there today, big dog. Craig says also the touchdown where CJ got cooked on the slant. Bayard bit so hard, he could have easily saved that touchdown. Yes. Jason says the D-line looks like they didn't want to be there, but the secondary, though, everybody's got to run laps till Tuesday after this one. Yeah. Gardner was getting cooked. Yeah, bro. They said therapy session part 2. We got Craig saying, I want to bring up a couple of Johnson calls. The Packers defensive line was in our backfield all day. We run a screen on 3rd and 8. That dumbass inside reverse, and we got obliterated. You can be doing that type of shit when the defense line is 3 yards in our backfield every other play. Alan, and this is what I was talking about as far as Ben Johnson. We all know that he likes to play the cute game, bro. Ben Johnson really likes to play the cute game, and this is where I'm saying sometimes I'm thinking, Alan, I could be wrong, is why we getting an inconsistent quarterback, man. Like it seems like sometimes to me, it seems like it could be more the Ben Johnson show than what it could be sometimes. Am I out of place for that, or are you seeing a trend of that? What's your thoughts on that, CJ? Or you can go first. See, what's your thoughts, man? Do you think Ben Johnson is doing too much, worried about what he want to do and not doing what he need to do as far as just getting his quarterback where he's supposed to be in his development? What do you think?
I think this is a very strong case of that. You could tell that the play calling was a little, I don't know, it was a little different in the second half, the third quarter. I felt that they did not stick with the run enough. I don't know, man, but you can tell that Ben Johnson got, some things he has to improve on as a play caller. You got to get Caleb going and keep that offense rolling.
You got to get it going sooner, and I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, he doesn't get Caleb going quick enough for me. Like, stop thinking that these new quarterbacks are just going to sit in the fucking pocket and throw darts all game, bro. That's not what they doing. Like, it's cool to play instruction. He need to play instruction. But you got to speed the tempo up. Constantly running the ball constantly, doing that is not going to help your quarterback get and stay in rhythm. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying, Alan. Like, get him going more and quicker, because he's two different quarterbacks when he plays up tempo. Just because he's playing up tempo don't mean he got to be bootlegs all the time, play action, but you have to give him something to let him wet his feet, to get his feet and his mechanics together. Some people play quarterback with their feet how they are. Like, he could just sit there, drop back 50 times, 20 times, and just throw throws. Some quarterbacks, they got to get in rhythm. They got to move around. They got to loosen up a little bit. So what's your thoughts on the run game versus the pass game, and what Ben Johnson should probably do? What do you think he should do more, or, what do you think, Alan?
Hey, man, I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. I'm big on production and the players making the plays and the coaches coach. But in this instance with Caleb, guys, we got to be honest with ourselves. We got to be really honest.
Let's do it.
Do you trust Caleb Williams?
Go ahead.
We have to ask ourselves as a fan base at this stage right now, do you trust Caleb Williams? Because if that's the case, I know that person at Hallis Hall, the head coach, he's not there yet with Caleb to let him get full reins of that offense. Because I've watched him a little bit today, and I'm like, some of them throws, we got to do better, man. Like, look, Burton was wide open, and he throws a pass at his feet. I'm like, he's wide open. Like, Caleb really got to work on his accuracy, man. I don't know how many times I got to say it all year, but the accuracy is a big component of a passing game. If you're throwing the ball and receivers got to stop to catch the ball, you're going to end up getting them sent to the hospital, or they're going to drop a lot of passes. You got to throw guys open. Now, that throw to commit against the Eagles, that's throwing somebody open. But today, that same play, he didn't throw anybody open. He just threw a stinker. He looked the same, but the only thing about it was he didn't put that foot in the ground. And you got to be able to be accurate, man. And I just think Ben is more comfortable with the offensive line and the running backs that don't fumble. He would rather take his chances with that component of our offense than to leave it for number 18 to continue to throw the ball at the dirt, throw it over people's heads, and not be accurate with the football. He'll give us an occasional spark play, or let's say a flash play here and there. But that maestro football, that's getting old looking at. I want a guy that can go 1, 2, 3.
Everybody that's starting to feel a certain way about Caleb Williams, man, we all got our opinions. We all got our thoughts. We're all just responding in real time from what we're seeing. Favre is one of the leaders amongst interceptions. Am I correct in that or not?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so if you're going to talk about Brett Favre, you got to talk about the bad. And we hope so, man. We hope so, because him doing that shit at the end of the game, bro, and we in a position, like Alan said, this is playoff football, man. This is playoff.
December.
Yeah, we're in December, man, and that's a team that you got to beat to keep the momentum going for you to be NFC North champs or top of NFC, man. Like, a lot of things went right our way. We got lucky in a lot of stuff because the rest of the conference has to play, so that always matters. But when you get down to the division games, you cannot have your quarterback throwing it across his body on 4th and 1 when he's already pretty much ran for the first down. That right there has to get coached out of him. What I was referring to was, if anybody didn't, I don't know if anybody answered, why was Ben Johnson laughing, making jokes, and losing a division game on the podium today? If there's anybody got any inkling why would he be smiling? Just why? Because I'm looking at it like, if it's the quarterback, what did your quarterback do for you to be like, you know what? We're good. If he's thinking it's just one play, you take that one bad play from Caleb Williams, we win the game. Is that what he's thinking? Did Caleb Williams throw 6, 7, 8 passes in a row? How many long passes? Like, what were you smiling about, bro? Because your secondary was getting fried. Your running game got good later. Your defensive line is fucking trash. You see what I'm saying? You got no pressure on the quarterback, bro. So what are you up here smiling about and so positive and optimistic about, man? I would really want to know what was going on, man.
Hey, you can't trust a smile, G. You know, some people laugh to keep from crying.
Man. Take me off the ledge, man.
Yeah, some people, instead of crying, they'll laugh, or they'll laugh instead of crying. So, I mean, he might be laughing it off, knowing I'm gonna get in their ass on this when we get back to Hallis Hall. Like, we gonna watch some film tomorrow.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna get in some ass, pause. But we gonna have some problems tomorrow watching film. Like, I'm just laughing to keep from exploding. You know,
that's a good point. I like that.
So don't get so caught up in words this time of the year. Everything is about action. So you go by what people do than what they say. So I'm gonna lean on being very testy watching film this week, because we left a lot of football plays on the ground. We left at least 100 yards on the ground today. Like, from passes, overthrows, we just left a lot to be desired.
Yeah. We got Craig saying OG hit it on the head. He had us the talent to do so, fucking do it. Man missing wide open guy 6 yards in front of his ass. Those little throws mean a lot in a long game like this. Yeah, man. He got to get better, man. And I love what Alan said about smiling up there, because he gonna get into their ass. They gotta watch film. Bella said, look, we were basically the worst, shittiest team in NFL last year. Now we're playing for playoff position. Let's not be too hard on our team. Okay. I'm already knowing we're about to win out. I ain't even tripping. I think so. With the few games left, what do y'all think the ceiling is for the Bears, since we can't trust Caleb?
I don't. Ben don't either.
Man, I think our ceiling is man, I don't know what our ceiling is, man. If I gotta think to answer the question, we gotta win out, man. It don't look like we're a team. Look, man. We barely lost that game. That's all I can really say. If we gotta play a shootout and we gotta depend on Caleb Williams, which he did play better in the second half, we can do that. He has 4 to 5 fourth quarter comebacks. We are right. The O-line is fine. The run game is fine. Everybody defense we're playing up against for these next few weeks isn't number one overall in every defensive category. We got a monster of a player we're going against next week in Myles fucking Garrett. So that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, I'm confident in this team, man. The ceiling I think for this team is that we do make it to the playoffs. We still make it. I think we still make it, man.
Well, I feel like all we gotta do is win 2 more games. I feel like we should better beat Cleveland. I feel like we win either the Detroit or the Green Bay game. I think we'll be fine. I feel like we get 11 games, we in.
Yo, I got this graphic right here. Let me take this off here. Sorry, y'all. Give me a half a second, man. Hold up. Let me get CJ over here to the side right here. So this is our next schedule, man. Green Bay. We got the Browns. Then we got Green Bay. Then we got San Francisco. Then we got the Detroit Lions, man. So just what's y'all thoughts on right here? What are we doing right here on these next 4, man?
Just split, man. 2 out of 4. Just split. Because I don't believe in us beating San Francisco. They play football on concrete. I just don't see us beating San Francisco. But I feel like we can beat Detroit and Cleveland.
Yeah. So CJ, what's your thoughts, man? Because I think we can beat Cleveland. I think
I'm gonna say 3-1. I'm gonna say 3-1. We win against Cleveland. I think we could beat Green Bay and San Francisco. That's just a monster. I'm gonna say the Bears are gonna lose that one. I think we can beat Detroit.
Ooh, this is a mixed batch right here, because I got us winning every single game except against the Lions, man. I think we lose the Lions game. I think we win the San Francisco game. I think we beat Cleveland, man. I think we go 3-1 right here, man. Because I think what we still strong at the O-line. We're still strong at the run game. Caleb Williams was managing the hell out of that game tonight. He just lost it at the end. I think he showed he can throw. I think if Caleb Williams can play faster, and I think that's what Ben Johnson has to let him play a little bit quicker, bro. Let him play quicker. Don't put him in a situation in the second half where you say, you know what, Caleb, I've tried it this way. Now I'm gonna just want you to just don't do that shit, Ben. I know Caleb's not perfect, but let him be him quicker, bro. He's talented enough to play that way the whole game. That's all I'm saying.
But G, I understand what you're saying, but
yeah,
how we've been winning, man. We're a good team with time of possession.
Right.
We keep the ball longer than the other team. That's a formula that we've been using all year. If you speed Caleb up, we're gonna have a bunch of 3 and out. So, then we're gonna turn the time of possession back over to the other team. So, to me, the way we're playing, like we've been saying, game managing is what he's got to be a staple of with the formula the way we win the games now. We got a formula. Run the football, manage the football, play action passing, quick throw game. That's what works. Right. So I don't want us to deviate from that. That's the formula. We figured out pie with this team. You know what I'm saying? So we shouldn't try to do something speed up. I don't like when the quarterback speeds up other than under 4 minutes left in the game or something like that. But we got to manage time because our defense on the field more scares the shit out of me. So
that's true. But I think we erring on the side of caution because we have yet to see Caleb be a part of winning more than what we are used to seeing in these first 11 games, 10 games. And I think Ben Johnson saw that I can let him loose a little bit more. I could trust him a little bit more. And I think that's why he was smiling. But Caleb has to earn that, bro. Like, we cool with you missing. I'm personally not going to say I'm cool with you missing throws, but the throws he were making today, they mattered, man. He was clutching a lot of those throws he threw today. He was balling. He was game managing. So I think going forward, because teams are going to shut down the run game, it's going to get colder, we're going to see a more throwing the ball Caleb Williams. The only thing I ask for Caleb Williams is to understand when the game is in reach. You've been good leading us and managing the game and not fumbling, not intercepting the ball. Don't get cute, bro, because Ben is going to have you set up to where the run game is going to wear out the defense every game. That's working. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line blocking is working. But just be a little bit better, bro, in the clutch, man. That's all I'm asking for, man. I'm going to trust him. And I think he's going to continue to play better, man. He got to just be better, man. That's all I got. We got Marcel saying we will beat the Packers by 2 touchdowns next time. We got Donna Lim saying 4-0 if Jalen Johnson changed to smaller shoulder pads. Bella said we win the next 2. We lose to the 49ers and we beat the Lions in overtime in dramatic fashion. Okay. Shannon saying we win all 4. We winning all 4. Bella says her ceiling, I think, is 12 wins, is about our ceiling. I think so too, man. We almost there, man. I really don't have an issue. We should have won this game, but I think the coaching, to me personally, was a lot of the reason why we were losing this game today, man. It's just they were not the team. They were not on their shit, man. They were laying eggs early in this game today. Ben Johnson was not on this game. Dennis Allen was not on this game as much as I thought he should have been, and we had to play catch up the whole fucking game, man. Like that's just what I saw. I saw us playing catch up the whole game. But go ahead.
What should we have done? What should we have done different?
What we should have done different was being better on third down. Like, why are we bringing down? Like, how many times before you see Jaquan Brisker get smoked until he's one-on-one? What are you supposed to do? I understand you saying, Allen, that it's on the players. I get that. But if you the coach, why the fuck you keep calling the same shit and letting the same player get beat? Just what are we doing here?
This is how I look at it on defense.
Right.
Dennis Allen is doing a hell of a job with what he got. He really technically, without the interceptions,
yep.
This is a below average defense because of the in and out of our starters. he has kept this defense at a marketable rate. And I think he's done a hell of a job. And I feel like sometimes he's got to call certain plays in order to generate a different look, to have some confusion with the quarterback. That touchdown to Watson, you know, he wanted to disturb the quarterback's rhythm by putting 2 in the A gap, and then we send it 6 to the quarterback. Like, somebody's got to win a one-on-one, G. And, you know, Johnson just gave up too much leverage to the inside, and you got smoked. So I don't think Johnson did anything wrong. I'm not Johnson, but Coach Allen did wrong. He was like, I gotta disturb Love. I have to disturb him some kind of way. I'm not getting no pressure from up front, so I gotta give him different looks in order to confuse him for 1 or 2 seconds. If I can make him think and get to the 30 seconds, I might make a play on the football on the back end, but it just didn't work like that. Players just was not in tune back there today. Our safety play was shoddy at best. So, you know, now Ben could improve, but I just feel like, you know, we need to do better from execution standpoint. I think the coaches call plays, the players execute. You know, I just feel like we got some execution situations too. Like today on that third and 1, how do you let a defensive lineman cross your face, Joe Tooney? You let that dude cross your fucking face, which is a no-no as an offensive lineman.
Right.
We don't want to talk about that, though. We want to talk about other stuff. But I'm talking about
you got it.
You don't let nobody cross your face ever. So that's what I'm saying. This is execution, not on Ben. Ben ain't blocking no damn body. Ben ain't throwing overthrows. He's calling plays. He ain't dropping passes. You know, I mean, you know, the players got to play better.
You right. You go ahead. I'm not disputing nothing. I'm just playing devil's advocate around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We got Bella saying, well, we could have done different was pass over the middle to our running backs rather than try to run these screens that kept getting blown up behind the line. What we could have done was run some inside slants rather than go routes and the hooks to the outside. What we could have done, she going in was to try to target the big tight ends a little bit more often and keep them in the game more during the run game. There's a lot we could have done different that we should have done different. I love that, man. I agree. Man. My main thing coach used to say, never let a man run across your face. And we got 300 people in here right now, man. So we got my man Rev Trail right here, man. One of the coolest Packer fans. Talking about, here's my view for your video. Y'all got it, big dog. Like, look, man, it was a good game, man. I thought my quarterback played a little bit better. I saw him make some plays. I saw him make some stupid ass plays. I saw Ben Johnson do some stupid ass shit. I saw Dennis Allen do some dumb ass shit. The game was not a clean game, and the fact that you guys almost let us get this game away from you, I wouldn't toot my horn too damn loud as a Packer fan. We almost scored 20. We almost scored like 24 to 20, 21 to 24 points on y'all in the second half. Y'all defense is not all that, bro. So calm down, Packer Nation, bro. Calm down. Calm down. Because if Caleb Williams would have got that first down, he just would have ran and got out of bounds. Ben Johnson, we could have tied that game up, bro. And we might win in overtime and beat y'all. So be cool, man. Congratulations on the win. But I wouldn't be too goddamn happy. We almost came back and beat y'all, bro. And I think that's it, man. Let y'all guys, what's y'all final thoughts on anything, Alan and CJ, man? What y'all got, man? We can get up out of here.
Man, I just want to see Caleb. I just want to see Caleb be consistent in 2 halves of the game.
Yeah.
In the first quarter, in the second quarter, and in the second half, in the third and the fourth quarter. If Caleb just be a good game manager for at least those 4 quarters, the Bears will have a chance to win.
Yeah.
That's all we need to see from. We don't need to see Caleb trying to force it down the field or nothing. Just take what the defense gives you. That's all you gotta do.
You gotta be accurate when you do it though, man. And I'm gonna let Alan cook at the end, man. I'm gonna say my final thoughts. My final thoughts is we 9-4. We let a game that we should have won get away, which we haven't really done all year. We did it today. The offense wasn't good as I thought it would be, and that's mainly on. I think I would give it to Ben Johnson more than Caleb, because ain't no way in the world that this boy can play like that in the second half, and he's not able to play like that at the beginning of the game. I don't want to hear that shit. I think Ben Johnson needs to mix it up more, a little bit less of the run game, and do more of the passing game going forward. We got to see it, not only just as fans, but we got to see what we got in Caleb down the road. We got to see what he can do. So if this is the first game where he saw a little bit more from Caleb, you got to let him cook, bro. The training wheels got to come off. They came off a little bit today. The defense is the defense. Dennis Allen is doing the best that he can. We got fried today. We can't get no pressure. And it caught up with us, man. A lot of things that we're not good at against a better team, it caught up with us today. Whether that's Caleb being inaccurate, Ben Johnson not being as good as he need to be play calling, the defense is not as good as we know it is going to be. It all kind of just got thrown in today, and we paid the price and we lost, man. I think going forward, I think we'll be better. I still believe in Caleb Williams. I'm not going to stop believing in, but I'm not going to over compliment him and overpraise him. But what I did see from him today was he was more decisive with the football. He really was, man. When he was really making them throw, he was way more decisive than I thought it would see, because I was saying in private chat, I'm like, he's really throwing this motherfucker, man. We got Down the Live saying appreciate the podcast. That's what's happening. That's what's up now. And we got somebody saying that's why you don't run your mouth like your coach. Hey, whoever you are, user Vinley, you can go to hell, big dog. Get up out of here, man. You can go to hell, man. This is my platform. This is our platform. You know who you talking to. I don't know who you talking to, big dog. Who the hell you think you is, big man, on YouTube? You know what I'm talking about? This is my final, man. This is my final thoughts. I don't think the sky's falling. I just think we lost the game, man. And the fashion that we lost the game is what got a lot of people upset, including myself. That was dumb, bro. I've never seen a better play to continue a game, to almost win you a game, than what he did today. Like, that shit was insane, bro. I didn't think he would do that, man, the way he was managing the game today. And I think he will. I don't think he gonna do something like that going forward, man. Yeah, yeah, big dog go to hell, man. Alan, what's your final thoughts, bro?
Well, man, you know, I'm just gonna say, man, I was very passionate today, man, because of this. I feel like, man, we're right there on the cusp of being a really good team for a long time. But they did today. If you just, Jordan Love has proved it. If you get to him, he's a certified candy man. You just got to get to him. You ain't even got to sack him. Just rush him. You know, so, you know, until we fix that, man, we just going to be throwing darts at the wall, man. It's just, our D-line, man, it's watching Javon Dexter play defensive line. It just set defensive line play back 20 years. Watching him play defensive tackle. I mean, it's just, I've never seen nothing like it. We need to move on and try to find us some interior help this year somewhere. I can't take any more Javon Dexter.
Man, with that being said, man, it's been a fire post-game show, but let me just shout out to the people that came, man. We had Craig, of course, stopping by. Archangel, I know he probably a Packers fan saying the Bears still suck. My boy Marcel, my god brother, man. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Bringing the comments, man, bringing the heat, man. You made the show better, made the platform better. Shout out to my nephew Jason for coming in. And shout out, if I could pull it up, to my boy Down and Live came in. He's always present, man. We got Steve. Where my man Steve at? I just scrolled past your name, bro. I'm moving too goddamn fast, man. Oh, there goes Steve right there. Said great movie, whatever that means. Craig, of course. Bella, always support, man. Appreciate you having you in here. My boy Channing Keeler. Appreciate you, man. And that's it, man. 304 people showed up in the chat tonight, man. Shout out to everybody that reposted. Shout out to my girl Celeste, my homegirl who posted. Shout out to Honey McMahon. She reposted. My nephew Jason, Down and Live. And if you have not reposted or quoted or shared, please do on Twitter YouTube, and Facebook, man. And we shall return. I don't know if we're doing. We pretty much stopped doing pregame shows, man. It's getting the end of the season. We've been at this shit since the off season. So the OGs, man, we just taking a break here and there, man. But I had to get on here today because it was a lot of a lot of people probably had a lot of opinions about the game tonight. And a lot of people got a lot of valid points, including Alan, CJ, and myself, and the people that came in the chat. So shout out to my boy Jerry Jones. I don't know who you are, but man, but make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page, CJ YouTube page, man. And we're gonna get up out of here, man. I'm G Walker, CNG Podcast. That's Alan from the CNG Podcast, and that's CJ, man. And we gone, man. Peace, my love.